And a very warm welcome back to the Infinite Crisis Season 2 International Finals, where we are poised very nicely at one map each. It is time to find out who we crown as our Season 2 champion, and will it be USA or will it be Europe? Whatever we know, love will remain in the air because it's Valentine's Day. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're about to find out who is crowned our champion, who takes home $15,000 as the champion, and more importantly, who goes home with the trophy. There's also a small amount of bragging rights here as well, because the Americans, they talked big when they got here. They told us the Europeans were rubbish at Infinite Crisis. We're about to find out. Let's go back to our commentators for our final game and crown a new champion.
Thanks so much, Red Eye. The love is indeed in the air, even though we are battling on a amazing battlefield in the realm of Infinite Crisis in the DC universe. My name is Axeltoss, joined by Zachabus. Zachabus, how you doing, man?
I'm good, Axeltoss.
Awesome.
Very good.
It makes me happy to hear.
And the love is in the air, but not with these two teams, unfortunately. Right now, the love will come afterwards, I feel.
Of course.
You know, there's going to be lots of hugging, lots of celebrating, lots of drinking shortly after. Well,
drinking water.
They've taken a large sum home.
Yep.
Nobody's going to go home rich with experience now. They're taking rich home. Lemonade.
Lemonade. Lemonade.
Oh, only lemonade from Red Eye. That's what he told me. I'm not allowed to drink.
Right.
Okay.
Yes. Of course. That's all we drink here in Germany. Lemonade.
Alcoholic
but no,
lemonade.
this, you know, honestly, I just love just talking about what's happening here. Powered by NVIDIA. Really can't talk about NVIDIA enough. Their graphics cards are amazing. I know I'm in the market for a graphics card right now. Actually, in my existing computer at home, I have an NVIDIA graphics card of the GeForce variety. So if you're looking for a graphics card, if you're building a computer, definitely look into NVIDIA. And you can support what we're doing here in Cologne, Germany, and you can get yourself an awesome graphics card that will power all the things that you want to do on your computer. And just any game you want to play, it will look absolutely beautiful and wonderful.
Okay. Well, bans and pick stages already kicked off, and Zatanna again being banned out. We've also have Starro being banned out, the respect bans coming out for Epsilon, standard, and the first pick for Kips is that Atomic Wonder Woman, finally getting it for the Epsilon team, and BrawL are going to get Gaslight Batman at the moment. Are they going to run a double assassin lane like I've seen them do before?
I think it's fun watching double assassins. Double assassins or
double marksmen,
excuse me. Yeah.
Both work, and I've seen BrawL use both of them, so
I think it's a little risky.
Definitely risky.
But I think it's a testament of a better team, perhaps, or a really good team if they can make it work a lot, because it involves very high skill, I think.
Let's hope that if they do go that route, that Epsilon are more prepared this time and build up that attack armor a little bit sooner, and lots of it. E's taking a long time to decide on what he wants to pick, and the bans for that team is Harley Quinn and that Wonder Woman as well. So eliminating some good supports and that amazing top lane that Wonder Woman can do. And Jitsu now going to pick up probably a jungler for himself and going for the Superman. Respectable pick. I mean, he played brilliantly on was it Supergirl as well in the jungle. Really good job there. Sander now probably going to pick his mid, I would think. No, picking for the top lane first. Interesting.
Well, a lot of champions that we have seen here. We've seen many dynamic games today.
Yeah.
Very fun. And again, if you're watching Infinite Crisis for the first time and you're wanting to know a little bit more about Superman, about Batman, about all this different alternate universe type things with Gaslight and Atomic and Nightmare, you can play right now at infinitecrisis.com. It is completely free to play. And you can play as your favorite superhero or super villain. And you can actually compete in tournaments, and eventually, if you're good enough and your team is good enough, you can win a trip to Cologne, Germany, as all the teams here have.
Yeah.
They had to qualify to get to this point. They had to play a lot of Infinite Crisis and get really good at the game to get a trip, to win their respective qualifiers, and to be here today in Cologne, Germany. And these guys are from Miami, they're from North Carolina, I'm from Texas, just random Joe Schmoes in America who started getting involved with Infinite Crisis. And now, here we are in Cologne, Germany, and I get to hang out with David, Zachabus, Treasy.
Yes, that is correct.
Which makes me happy.
It makes me happy too.
Good.
Toss.
Yes.
Makes me very happy inside. Genre picking up the Swamp Thing. Big Impact picking up that Nightmare Superman, and the choice is switching between Endless right now. I mean, they got the Gas Joker, and now they're probably going to get the Joker as well. I mean, is Sinestro banned? Or not even picked yet, but they're not decided. I'm surprised.
Yeah, Sinestro has been a favorite, certainly.
Yeah, but big mistakes from Sando earlier today with those Sinestro ultimates. And that's why I think they're going to go for the Joker instead, like perhaps less traumatic, more defensive play initiated with him as well. You can just drop it at your dampener and let them just run in there and kill themselves on the Joker bomb. And Tabby, Mecha Superman, possibly. He's looking like he's going to lock it in. He's doing his stolen powers. Is it going to happen? Going to see Mecha Superman in this game? Quite possibly.
Mecha Superman, Mecha Wonder Woman, Superman all on the same team.
It's a lot of Superman.
Indeed.
And it looks like, I think he's going to secure it in. He's not changing his mind. And could we see GS picking up something unconventional right now?
If there's a team that would do it, it would be BrawL.
Are they going to pick another jungler? Are they going to use Ease on that jungle?
Looks like they're talking about it.
I think he is. Ease is going to go jungle the Arcane Green Lantern. He's already locked in his stolen powers. It's a risky move. GS now going to be picking the Hawk Girl. No! Cyborg. Maybe. Double Marksman again. It's a risky move. Cyborg has no escapes. He has a lot of damage potential. And they're going to lock in Cyborg. Now, Epsilon should be prepared for this. They should have the strategies and the correct picks to actually have on those items, and more importantly, to deal with all this attack damage. Again, there's no real power damage threat coming from this lineup. In fact, I'd say really those two champions really are the only consistent damage dealers in entire BrawL. So if they go down, it's a slow fight. A very slow fight. So they've got to be very careful. And Epsilon, they've got that Bruiser Superman, they've got Kips on the Gaslight Joker, so they've got a lot of potential to tank up stuff, as well as Tavi. There's almost like 3 huge tanks for their team right now.
I'm sure they are tanks in real life as well.
Yes, they are. But Superman offers a little bit more damage in terms of those lineups, and he's much better for killing off those marksmen as well.
There you see the beautiful trophy. This is the final game. This is game 3 of a best of 3. Both these teams have come an incredibly long way, and it all comes down to this. BrawL representing USA. Of course, Epsilon representing Europe. Who's better, Europe, America? Is that what we're deciding here?
It is what we're deciding.
Finally, the answer is going to be decided. Which is better?
Who's going to be the world champion? And is it going to be EU? Is it going to be America?
Right.
We're going to find out in this game today. And it's going to be epic. So make sure you keep tuned in.
And tell your friends. Tell your significant other on this Valentine's Day. You know who really enjoys Infinite Crisis?
Who?
Cats.
Cats?
Yeah. So go get your cat, if you have a cat, and watch Infinite Crisis with your cat.
I didn't know cats like Infinite Crisis.
Yeah, they do.
That's interesting.
Yeah. If you position your cat near the monitor,
when Infinite Crisis comes on, it's just...
Yep. They'll start trying to play...
like catnip.
They'll start trying to play with the characters.
Okay.
In the game.
Interesting.
It's fun to watch. I've seen YouTube videos about it.
Must be true then.
Yeah. You know, the internet, man.
It's a powerful tool.
Most things are true on the internet, I've found. All right, early game stage. We're typically used to it. Lots of surveillance cameras being placed. BrawL actually sending 4 members down to the bottom side. They are known. There's some pings. There's some running.
Oh, they're not going to say...
Oh, Joker's actually...
No, he's fine. He's good.
Yeah, he's got the escape too.
Yeah, he might not have leveled it as of yet, but I'm sure...
Did he do the present? We'll find out.
Well, we will do if he gets caught.
Yep. Oh.
Kip's just going to...
Just trying to say hi.
Yeah.
Can we be friends?
Oh, they're switching up the lane.
Let's be friends.
I'm liking this already. This is some good play from BrawL. So this is going to force some backage. Kip's forced right back now, having to switch up the lanes with Endless and also Tavi. That's very good of them. GS taking a bit of damage. Going in for a little bit of brawl, but he's looking a little bit healthier than Kips. Sideball coming in for some damage. Kips, you're not going to get farm, mate. You need to switch up the lane. You need to be talking. I heard nothing so far about switching lanes, so he's just going to wait until this farm comes towards the tower. That's his only option, and phantom damage coming in big.
Bit of damage exchange there.
Yep, but then again, the same stuff's going to happen down here, and Telly's playing a little bit more safe. Though I say that, he comes in, Tavi trying to do some damage, knocking him up, but unfortunately misses.
So we have, I mean, it's a 2v1 at the bottom and a 2v1 at the top.
Yep.
How is this going to be resolved?
Well, either Tavi and Endless will switch, or Kips will switch. That's the only way to really resolve it, unless, you know, Jitsu does a good job in the ganks and really surprise them. But, you know, it's going to slow down tremendously the experience up here for the top two, and also it's going to slow it down for Kips as well. But, you know, if the lane is continuously pushed, he will get some good farm, and it's good hand toss there, but fortunately the drones are soaking up that tower damage, and look how much damage is already going on that tower. And the same is happening down at bottom as well, so maybe they're just going to race it, see who kills it first, and then switch up the lanes afterwards and make it more of a traditional game. But they're sticking with it right now. Nobody's attempted to gank. Ease is not going to really do any ganks, potentially, I feel. I mean, he might try, but I don't think there's going to be a lot. And ooh, that's a great wall, great knock up from Mecha Superman there. He's getting his turbines moving, and Mecha Superman and Mecha Wonder Woman in that bottom lane together. That's a lot of mecha. It's like some Japanese anime down there.
Yeah. Of course, subtitles, I kind of need them right now to be able to follow.
Made in Japan.
Yeah. Dude, Japanese anime is pretty interesting. I'd try to watch some of it, try to stay cultured.
As you should.
I also like English football.
Do you now?
Yeah.
What team do you support?
Germany in the World Cup, actually. I was supporting. But that's not part of the European Pro League?
No, that's not part of the Premiership. That's a whole different ball game, that World Cup. So.
Ronaldo is cool. What does he play for? Cristiano Ronaldo?
Brazil. No, he plays for Portugal.
Okay. Well, doesn't he play for a club team?
Yes, but I can't remember which. It's going to be something big anyway. Big damage coming in.
Yeah. Speaking of soccer, 3 versus 1 here, taking down the turret. Very interesting tactics here from Epsilon. This is actually pretty huge. First blood taken just like that. I mean, we've seen this 2 versus 1 situation. I mean, I guess it's happening at the top too, the turret taken down, but the difference being Epsilon able to secure a kill there at the bottom. So a very wonky situation here in the beginning of this match.
I feel Jitsu could steal some potential jungle here if he's on ball and on point. Damage going to come onto this bottom tower. They're sending down the mid player. Genre was coming down, but he's decided to back off into the mid. And Epsilon are switching it up. They're backing off the base and possibly going top lane now. Possibly. Are they switching up the lanes?
This is so strange. You know, 2 of the turrets taken out. So some people might say, okay, maybe the middle is going to be the next focus, because it's hard to really extend down those top and bottom lanes anymore since there's no the turrets to help.
Yep, but it can open up the map a little bit more for the jungler as well. So there's no, if somebody wants to go down there to farm it up, as there will be more drones down there, then they're going to be at risk, and the junglers are going to try and take advantage of that as best as they can. But I feel as if Ease is going to have a harder time with that, but we'll have to wait and see. Maybe he can pull out something out of the bag. Remember, this is kind of a very similar lineup that we saw with the Arcane Green Lantern anyway. The Swamp Thing's been every game for Telly. So it's pretty similar to what they did with Dignitas, but not the double marksman. That's a whole different ballgame. They've kind of mixed both strategies together and sort of gone, let's hope it works. This is our A game now.
Yep, this is it. The best of the best going at it in Infinite Crisis.
Brilliant wall coming out onto Ease. Tavi trying to find some more positioning. Endless doing some damage as well. We've got a teleport coming in from top. And so Telly is here as well, though.
Hold on.
Baby Bomb separating
Joker's
up the team.
coming in there from the top trying to help as well, and it looks like no one falling just yet, but Tavi getting very low in health, but it looks like he should be able to sneak out alive. And Meteor Trop actually attempted to try to take him out. Superman is in the vicinity. Oh, that's his teammate. So he's gonna get out alive now. I'm gonna do another baseball reference. This is equivalent to bottom of the 9th, 3 outs. No, bottom of the 9th, 2 outs, 2 strikes, 3 balls.
Outs when you have a player on a base.
An out is when your player has to walk off the pitch.
Okay.
Right.
That makes sense.
The more players you have on the pitch, the better, because then they can score. If they're in scoring position.
Okay, so if they've got 0 outs, they've got nobody on the base.
You know what? Baseball is really confusing now that I really think about it.
Let's not talk about baseball.
Yeah. Let's just say bottom of the 9th. Bottom of the 9th situation. Right now, I guess is the best thing I can do to explain to the European. I'll give another attempt at a later date, perhaps. But at the top, it looks like we have a skirmish happening. 2 of the blue guys from Epsilon.
Coming in strong, but not strong enough. Telly's looking pretty healthy. He's going to regen some of that health back up. Going to do some earth punches. He's just doing a 2v1 still. They've kind of switched up the lanes yet again here for BrawL. Good moves. Kip's a little bit more uncomfortable, not getting his usual farm up as he would on the gas Joker. And early Raider going to Epsilon.
I think there is knowledge of this happening, but a little bit too late.
Yep. John, I was a little bit scared there for you there, mate. A little bit of fear came into my heart.
Sure.
But he was okay. He had teammates around him. Epsilon didn't want to engage. They got what they needed. They got the first kill. They got the first.
Would you consider BrawL the underdog here?
No, definitely not.
Okay.
I think the favourites. They've always been the favourites going into this tournament.
Yep.
But Epsilon are very, very comfortable, I feel, against this kind of lineup. I honestly think they could have even won the first map if they got the right items.
Right. Superman Ultimate coming in, trying to keep Ease away. BrawL gonna jump out of there very quickly. There's a Fisher trying to stop him. All 5 members of Team Epsilon are here. There's one kill taking out Genre. It looks like Ease might get taken out too. He's trying, or that's Telly. It looks like he's trying to get out of there, launching his ultimate. His team is not able to help him, trying to get underneath that turret, barely staying alive and not able to close that down. Great play from BrawL, minimizing the damage. That could have been a lot worse than it was.
It could have been, but they're going to lose 2 towers, I think, out of this. If Epsilon are quick, which they're going to be, 2 towers going down now. And look at Sander in his positioning. He's doing it again, going around the back, trying to position himself.
Well done.
Best he can.
Wow, well done from Epsilon. And is there anyone to pursue? I'm trying, but there's not much that can be done at this point. And that all kind of started from that Raider elimination there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what started off that fight. I wasn't looking at it at the time, so I just joined in the action a little bit too slow. But obviously, I think BrawL went in a little bit too deep, got in a rough situation, and it kind of went a little bit horribly wrong. But it's not too bad. They did manage to. It could have gone even worse. If Telly went down, there could have been a 2-tower loss. And I'm really surprised that they didn't continue to push. I know the respawn times are relatively low, so they could have actually still done it, but they didn't. But hey, Epsilon's choice, not mine.
Yep. Nice momentum.
EMP grab they had on them as well, still.
Yep. Nice momentum grab from Epsilon. They're up 2-0 in the kills so far in this game, 14.8k to 12.1k. And now again, they're going to try to focus on pushing all of these lanes. Make sure you don't get caught off guard. That bottom turret is getting pretty low. BrawL's going to be happy to take that out. But that means 3 of their members are at the bottom, which means they're going to be weak somewhere else, and that's going to be the top. So it looks like the top lane's going to be pushed by Epsilon pretty hard, and that might get taken out. I'm not sure if Telly, I don't know if Telly can do enough.
He's going to try, but I wouldn't risk it.
It's pretty low.
Earth punch is good, but
yeah, he's going to have to let that go.
Yeah. He could, not going to get turned around. Cyborg coming up with Nightmare Superman behind. So they've got some action behind them, but nothing's really going to happen as of yet.
A lot of pings in the area.
Yep.
All 5 members of Team BrawL kind of converging to the top. I think they feel like there's someone in the jungle there, but unfortunately for them, there's not. All of Epsilon pretty much backed away to their side of the map, so BrawL looking for something that's not there.
Yep. Leviathan's coming up pretty soon. I mean, they can open it right about now, I believe, but I don't think they're going to. Oh no, that's in a little bit more time. So Leviathan doesn't necessarily turn up on the map until you open up that big pod at the bottom. but if they don't open it after a certain amount of time, it will just pop up. So players like to leave it closed, so as soon as it's open, they actually see it on the minimap.
Right.
So it gives them a little bit of warning. So that's why teams generally leave it until it opens itself, and then it's kind of anonymous, really, when it comes to that sort of positioning and knowing when to go for it. But,
so we have some convergence here in the middle. 4 members of Team BrawL, 5 members of Epsilon. Advancing towards this turret, there's an EMP that's dropped, an ultimate being placed down onto Big Impact. Is he gonna get taken out? Yes, he is. Here comes the rest of BrawL trying to salvage this situation. It looks like Jitsu gonna get taken out. Is anyone else? Tavi is so low on health. Mecha Superman barely getting out alive.
Yep.
And it looks like
GS in great positioning there, coming in from behind, but Endless doing a lot of damage, and he's still sticking around in this fight. He feels confident enough to take this, but GS coming in with that lovely vortex, saving his teammates, and good batarangs coming in from Genre. Can he find another? There's the Ghosts coming in from the Phantom Zone.
Nice. It's exactly what BrawL's looking for.
Yep.
They're all staying pretty healthy too, except Ease needs to be careful, and Joker might get taken out. GS coming forward, Genre with the bat swing, targeting him down too, and it looks like Joker should be taken out here.
Yep, he's got no tower cover.
Can he escape here? He's
going to pop his invulnerability. He has a blink probably coming up soon. There it is, but I'm not sure if he's going to eliminate the range.
From Gaslight Batman. Does he have his ultimate?
No, he does not. He doesn't have the will to power it either at the moment.
Sure. Yep.
But he tried.
And well, they have to be careful because Gaslight Joker's coming in. He's hungry.
Oh, they're going to teleport. Here. Oh no! Bad move.
This is a little dangerous. Well, 3 of them can 3 of them take out a full health?
No, I don't think so.
Oh gosh.
Oh, they're gonna
run.
No.
Yeah, you can't engage that. It's like the only situation where 1 versus 3, where 3 versus 1, you can't.
Definitely
where the 1 wins.
Yeah.
Is when there's a Gaslight Joker and you're all like 20% health.
Yeah, they had to run, and they didn't know what was behind him either. So they didn't know how far away the enemy truly was, but they managed to get out. And we're seeing quite a much quicker pace game at the 13-minute mark than the previous game.
Yeah, absolutely. And it all started with how the lanes kind of oriented themselves. We had 2 in the top lane for BrawL, 2 in the bottom lane for Epsilon, and a lot of trades early on, which leads us to a bit of an even situation, 3-3, 19.6k to 18.2k in the credits. I'm interested to see where these guys are going to really focus on. I think the Raider is going to be important whenever that comes up, and the next objective for BrawL here might be that middle turret.
Yeah, quite possibly, but I think they're going to wait until the Raider spawns. It's a minute away, so that seems like the safety option.
And push the drones, I suppose, as they can, while biding time, maybe go into the jungle a little bit.
Yep, farm up as much as you possibly can elsewhere and wait for the Raider to come back, and then decide on some team fights. I think that's the best strategy right now. Just to wait it out, play it slow, wait for those objectives, get the credit lead back in your favor, as they are down at the moment, BrawL, but definitely can do it. They're coming out on top on team fights by the looks of it, which is quite a surprise, because with no blaster, a blaster usually adds a little bit of, blast damage. You really chunk away damage very fast, very quickly, whereas marksmen, they need several auto attacks to build up that consistent damage. Now, the skills earlier on are very powerful, but they usually wear off, and that's when they focus really on their auto attack ability when it gets to that late game. And that, if they had those Metallo's hearts, then they could really stop BrawL at that late game.
Yeah, we'll see if they got your memo.
Well, I didn't give them one, so they should have been listening in.
Okay. We'll keep an eye on that. Meanwhile, the Raider, Raider is up. Leviathan is up too. Might have a skirmish in the middle here. Ham toss could happen. Got Telly trying to throw a vine grab, but gonna stay back for now. And a move is going to be made on the Raider here by Epsilon, so BrawL needs to react to this. This is a good opportunity to try to pick off a mana too, but a very dangerous situation. Got to be very cautious.
GS is really
very careful. There's an ultimate onto GS, and GS is going to be taken out in a matter of seconds. All the ultimates being placed down, and I think BrawL is not going to be on the good end of this fight. Telly getting very low on health. Ease is getting very low on health, but it looks like GS is taken out first, and a second member of BrawL taken out.
I think this is a really good move.
GS and Ease.
Just think, if you eliminate that Nightmare Superman, these supports, then what can what can these marksmen do to get into position? They can't.
If they try to get into position, they're going to be targeted.
Yep.
And that's no fun. You don't want to be targeted.
I think that was actually, I think they should focus more on GS than anybody else right now. If they can do that, I think they'll really throw them off, because it's not a target you'd usually zone in on first.
Sure.
You know, but if you get that fifth man down instantly like they did in that fight, they won it regardless. There was damage output coming out as quick as it possibly can, but it wasn't fast enough.
And they used all their ultimates pretty much to take him down.
And Nightmare Superman offers that protection to his, you know, to those champions that he has, with which he's meant to guard, like the Cyborg and also the gas bat.
Okay, Epsilon feeling like I feel like they're feeling like they're in a good position right now, up 5-3. They're taking command of these team fights. They got to be feeling good. Again, this is the final game of the Infinite Crisis Go4 season finals. Winner gets all the glory.
Indeed, they do. It's and a lot of prize money too.
Indeed. Championship. There's a nice looking trophy as well, and these are critical moments. These are very critical moments in this Game 3. BrawL has a history of winning absolutely everything in Infinite Crisis. They're from America. Epsilon representing the European region. So we have America versus Europe in an esports battle.
And Epsilon have always been considered the second best team in Europe. So, you know, winning this right now and taking this World Championship will take them to a whole new level.
Indeed.
I'm sure they'll have the biggest heads leaving this building.
Yeah.
They won't be able to get through the door.
They deserve it. They deserve it. So we'll see if that can happen. Of course, they still have work to do.
A lot of work.
has been known to just come back. No matter how dire the circumstances, they stick through. They're brave, just like good Americans. They stick it through to the end. They never give up, never surrender. And they find a way to fight their way back. So if you're watching and you think BrawL's out of it, think again. They're known for their comebacks.
Indeed they are. But can they come back from this? I mean, yes, they can at the moment. But will things go a little bit more pear-shaped?
It feels like Epsilon has kind of figured out their strategy. So BrawL has to do some innovating. And if Americans are good at anything, it's innovating on the fly.
Ooh, Tabby can actually potentially zone out GS, and they're going for him, but oh no.
He's staying back though. They're
good
staying. Oh no! Guess what, Batman? He's stuck. He's stuck. He's trying to get out of there. It's a great ultimate from Mecha Wonder Woman. And Gaslight Joker taken out. Big impact. Looks like Ease is taken down. Tabi is gone. And
Kips is still in this fight, and he's happy to go 3-on-1 right now. And it looks like GS is going to go down here. He's got some backup. Jitsu's coming back in.
Out. Gaslight Batman job maximizing his damage output. Telly trying to run away from Gaslight Joker. Gaslight Batman so low on health. He's going to be taken down too. GS has no business being in the area at all, but he's gone. That's 3 for 2 in favor of Epsilon. And Telly is very low on health. Did he sneak away? It looks like GS is taken out for 4 for 2.
That Mr. Punchy, a fraction away from killing off Telly. That was a really, really good reaction move from Telly, dodging that Mr. Punchy at the last second. But Impact is back already, and he's looking for kills, and he's looking to focus down Endless, but it's not going to happen. The fear is good. Any other teleport? Oh, he's back.
We got a flank. We got Telly coming in, taken down. Gaslight Joker. No, he's not able to get it. He's too low. Arcane Green Lantern trying to help out. Just the coordination is not there right now for BrawL. Epsilon is just in all the right places.
Oh my god. That teleport from Sander. He got a teleport this game. Last time he didn't, and now, wow, paying off immensely well.
Yeah, that's huge.
Picking off Telly, where he just backed, regened up, teleported back into the fight, and then Sander came back and killed him. The one guy that almost killed him before. Revenge is very sweet for Sander right now.
Indeed, and he's eating it up, but again, he can think about that all day long, but it won't do him any good right now. You got to move on and focus on the next step, because BrawL, they're known for their comebacks. You can get them down, but you know, Americans, they get back up, and I keep saying it, and I'll keep saying it.
You still believe.
I believe.
That's a good mentality to have.
Yeah,
but
Epsilon's playing a great
the
game,
Leviathan
man.
coming now.
Epsilon's playing superbly.
Yes, they are.
They're just in the right places. They're kind of anticipating all the moves here. They're targeting the right champions, doing all the right things. So BrawL has to figure something out.
Yep.
They're certainly capable. So we got certainly a very exciting match on our hands, a very exciting game.
Yep. So definitely better items coming actually out for the Epsilon guys. So no mirror prisons coming out at all from Epsilon this time. They're going Kryptonian War Armor. They've got the Suit of Sorrows, already maxed out on 2 of their champions, eliminating that attack damage almost on 3. It's going to be brutal, really, an uphill struggle in terms of the damage output that Endless can do, and they're going to hurt themselves doing this damage, this big damage that they need to accomplish in these fights.
Yeah.
And if you're damaging yourself in a fight, then you're going to be pretty much useless between sort of that end of the fight, mid start of the fight as well. I mean, it's going to happen quick. And now Leviathan may be coming up for
yeah, thinking about it.
Yeah,
kind of,
the position for it.
Going towards the bottom.
They got the cameras up.
BrawL is all in the area here.
Joker's looking
down. They're looking for anyone who's alone. Joker's a little bit alone right now.
He's got some Tabby support though.
Yeah. Epsilon doing a good job staying in groups.
Kips has
not
got this camera.
overexposing themselves too much.
Kips has got the surveillance tower. He's waiting to use it, but saving it up for a reason. I mean, they could, if they find a pick here, that would be huge. If they can just play a little bit aggressive, grab something, and then take home that Leviathan, that's what they need to do.
Yep. Neither team really wanted to make a big move onto the Leviathan. A very risky maneuver at this point. The Raider, however, oh, not quite up.
This gives time for BrawL, though, to get some farm.
Yep.
Some credits in those lanes, which is very important for them. They need time right now.
I like how far the top lane is kind of pushed for BrawL. That is something that Epsilon is going to have to consider eventually.
Yep.
Which will take their attention away from either the Leviathan or Raider or the team fight that will inevitably happen near the middle of the map.
Yep, they're going to set up some cameras. They're going to get ready for the next Raider. But, you know, if they go for Raider, maybe there could be a Leviathan at the same time.
Sure. BrawL could swoop in and try to make a move on that.
That'd be intense.
A lot of possibilities here. Now, vision advantage. I think it's kind of even. Epsilon has more cameras in the Raider area. BrawL has more cameras in the Leviathan area.
Yeah, but they got this surveillance tower that's doing...
That's a huge one.
Yeah, so that finds out any of the... in the area, any of the other enemy characters, cameras, sorry. So it adds a lot of pressure in that bottom. But it's in an open position. It can be annihilated very quickly.
Leviathan, can they make a move on Leviathan right now? No, they're backing up.
They should do something.
Yeah, but they're not doing anything.
They're going to do the defensive play they did against Dignitas, which is understandable. It worked perfectly.
Well, I think like if they had made the decision to go after Leviathan like 30 seconds ago,
yeah,
it would have been good for them. Okay, we're gonna have a fight here, I think, in the middle.
So camera coverage is actually coming down now for Epsilon.
BrawL cannot allow the Leviathan to be...
It's deployed here. So they've got some great vision onto the Leviathan now. But they're going to see this vision.
Okay.
Ping's coming up.
Very careful. They know where they're going to be coming from.
Yep, they're positioning themselves for the fight. They want to take the fight anywhere they can get it. They don't want to really tank some damage from the Leviathan.
Important fight going to happen here. Yeah. Who's going to make the first move? Mecha Superman in the area. That's Tavi from Epsilon, looking for a Fisher perhaps.
Yeah.
Arcane, Green Lantern coming in. Everyone is just posturing at this point. There's a line in the sand. Who's going to cross that line? And they're BrawL, actually, Epsilon's going to retreat.
Both teams are retreating by the looks of it.
Yeah.
Nobody's a winner here. Not yet, anyway.
Leviathan might be the winner.
It did the most damage.
He's like, aha.
Everybody's scared of me.
Yeah.
But no, really, they're just scared of BrawL. Trying to, you know, it's funny when you have a lead like this, you're always on your toes. You don't want to give it up. You don't want them to have any hope. You want to make sure that you secure everything. And sometimes you just got to do it. Just go for that Leviathan. Go for those plays. I mean, the cameras are down. The only thing that's there is that tree, and it only sees them if they walk into it. And
going after Leviathan is Epsilon, and it's going to happen. They did that very quickly too. BrawL not reacting in time, able to get all those power-ups associated with it, and now BrawL's going to be in trouble. There is the ultimate that we were looking for.
Superman does use it, but it doesn't stop long enough. Doesn't get the freeze breath, and GS with that incredible play on the Speed Force battery, making him just so fast and be able to blink across the map.
Yep.
A very good pickup from him. It makes him more survivability, and also it makes him initiate a fight if he wants to. It's very similar to the Starro choice, really.
Okay, meanwhile, we have Telly advancing the top side of the map. trying to clear out some of those drones, and Epsilon is going to be very happy with their position. They're playing very patiently, up 10-5 in the kills, 38.3K to 30K in the credits, so ahead in many facets of the game. But again, never count out BrawL. They're able to make those comebacks happen any time of the day, any day of the week. They crave the challenge. They crave being behind.
Yeah, this is where Epsilon needs to push, get a tower down, get some objectives down, reset, maybe get another Leviathan, maybe get another Raider, and then again rinse and repeat at the moment. Because they're ahead, they know they're ahead. I'm liking the builds much better this time, much better. There we go, Metallo's Heart finally coming out. 26 minutes in rather than 41 minutes in before. So about time, Kips.
Yep.
About time. So that's a huge item in terms of this mix up in these plays, really.
BrawL getting together there in the middle. Looks like Epsilon trying to throw some punches, trying to get some initiations here. But both, well, BrawL has been playing very passive, not looking to engage just yet. Wanting the defender's advantage of having the turret above them, helping them out with the damage output, making them feel a little bit more confident. Let's see if Epsilon decides to charge this turret.
I should hope so. And yes, they are. They're going in here.
Not catching anything with the Fisher.
No EMP drop yet.
Taking down the turret. Is anything going to be grabbed back from BrawL? No, they're going to stay behind and let that go.
They want to fight here. They want to fight right now. This is the perfect opportunity for Epsilon. They should be fighting now.
It looks like they're going to try to. A couple ultimates being exchanged. No absolute fights going to be started, though. Very indecisive. Very indecisive is Epsilon. They can easily turn around and
here it goes. Here it goes. This is it. Power-ups coming in. Beautiful ultimate from Joker. Big damage coming in from Jitsu as well. Flies in, gets down those targets. He's already got 2 down, surely. They're screaming nice. They know that this is a big fight for them. They can potentially push on for the win here. They've got 3 down, and now they're looking on for big impact.
3 down from BrawL. Epsilon with everyone still alive. Mecha Wonder Woman losing a lot of health. Gaslight Joker losing a lot of health, but the important thing, there's alive. And look at this. Is that's Cyborg trying to get out of there.
Oh,
barely
1 hit
staying
away.
alive.
Dampener's going to go down, though. There's nothing they can do to defend it.
Is this the close? Is this the run?
There's 2 EMPs.
Is this the final run Epsilon is looking for? Taking down this final Dampener. Again, we're 1-1. This could be it right now. This could be their ticket.
They've got EMPs. Turn round.
Oh, they're staying safe, staying cautious.
They could have killed Gaslight Joker under a tower quite easily there. Oh, what a wasted opportunity. I mean, they're playing beautiful.
Yeah.
That was a really perfect
favorable engagement for them.
That was such a good bait. I mean, they were just scaring them off, you know.
Yeah.
And BrawL getting a little bit cocky, like, oh, we can take this fight, we can take this fight. They shouldn't have never taken that fight. As soon as they got out of that safety of that reach of those towers, it was pretty much sealed their fate. And now Epsilon in a great position to actually win this.
Yeah. They're just setting themselves up perfectly. They're making all the right decisions here. They're staying patient. In that last fight, they kind of had BrawL thinking that BrawL wanted an engagement in the middle of the map when actually Epsilon wanted the engagement to happen. And they were just waiting for the opportune moment to turn around, throw down the ultimate. I think the Joker, initiated that big time.
Yep. And
get those 3 kills for free without losing anyone on their own. So now we're in a situation where I think BrawL's going to resort back to their very defensive play. Stay underneath the turret and let Epsilon take the fight to them. And now BrawL's going to be in that position where they're looking for that miraculous comeback. They've done it before. They could do it again.
I mean, how many EMPs are they going to let them have? That's the question.
There's no way to stop.
No, there isn't right now.
They can't stop them right now.
I mean, they've got 3. They're going to have 3 EMPs, and they've got 2 cameras, surveillance towers up. So this is lots of vision going to go into this enemy jungle. They're going to be able to cover the entire map and also push any tower down for the next 2-3 minutes. Free choice.
Epsilon could have theoretically gone and taken the win potentially.
I think they could have.
But they're electing to just get further ahead, which I think I respect that choice. There's a little bit of risk involved there, but they're wanting to make absolute sure that there's no question whatsoever that they set themselves up to win this game.
Yeah, look at that positioning.
I think they have the composition to do it. Here they go. The bottom turret looks at the EMPs going down, charging forward. They're taking every single fight. They don't care. It looks like they're targeting down GS first, but this is where BrawL is powerful. Taking down Superman And we have not a lot of damage output from anyone. Looks like Telly getting a little bit low on health, but Jitsu gone, Gaslight Joker gone, and now Epsilon, they just lost 2. And BrawL has all their guys still alive.
Saved. Wow. Very nicely done. They went for the dampener. They were trying to focus down that extra dampener down. And it looks like they really want to go for it again. They want to get it down as quickly as possible. And they're going to get it, I feel. Yes, they are. Endless is going to pick it off.
Yep.
Nicely done. Good damage coming back out from...
This pursuit, GS, sprinting forward. He could throw down a Fisher to try to stop him.
Endless is going to sacrifice himself.
And Joker, is Joker going to get taken down?
No, Joker actually got a kill onto Nightmare Superman. John is really low.
Yeah. GS is gone.
Wow. Brilliant wall.
Wow.
Huge stuff. Like, they were 3 players down. They were 3 players down, and they still went in for that dampener. And this is how far ahead they are. And that was a good decision. That was Epsilon playing at their very best. Even when it went horribly wrong and BrawL brought out the A-game defense, they managed to find that dampener and gain a little bit of ground. 2 towers, also that dampener. Beautiful stuff coming out from Epsilon.
And now BrawL, perhaps a few moments to collect themselves and get any objective right now. Looks like they're going to settle with just pushing the lanes a bit. I mean, Leviathan is out, but they can't really make a move because Epsilon is back on the field.
Raider's out as well.
And they're even more powerful, buying more items and ready and eager to get back into the fight and pick another lane to push. 2 dampeners down. Got to think they might go for the top lane, might push the middle, might go after the Leviathan Raider. All the options and all the power in this game belong to Epsilon at this moment.
Very much so. And they can take it pretty much at free will. BrawL, sorry, going to wait for their wait for that dampener to respawn, which is the right move. But they are actually positioning themselves for the crazy play onto the Leviathan, and this could be a great move, a risky move. Careful. They know it, but
I don't know how this could ever be a good situation for BrawL. 3 versus 5 situation. A 5 versus 5 is going to be tough to begin with. Leviathan going to be targeted down. There's the Gaslight Batman. Ultimate BrawL trying to make something work. The Leviathan gets taken out. And all the members of Team BrawL are trying to converge onto this location, but just too much health, just too much power from Epsilon. They're going to turn around and take the fight back to BrawL. He's going to be taken out first. Who's next? They're trying to find someone. It looks like Telly going to be targeted down, but he's going to get out alive. A 1-for-1 trade. Jutsu down from Epsilon. Ease down from BrawL. And now it's a 4 versus 4 situation. The power still belonging to Epsilon, though. Doing a Fisher, a great catch onto GS. He's going to get taken out in a matter of seconds. Genre is a little bit vulnerable. He's trying to swing out of the way. Biggie is there. Telly is there, trying to offer the support. There's an ultimate, barely missing Genre, and Genre is going to sneak away. Tabi has to be careful from Epsilon. He's very low in health. The turret is there to provide a lot of damage. No EMPs available, it looks like, so Epsilon has to be a little bit careful, but no, taking down the dampener incredibly quick. Taken out, Biggie. Could this be it for Epsilon? 4 members still alive, 3 down from BrawL, and BrawL is running out of options.
BrawL is definitely running out of options, and towers are going down everywhere here. Endless just focusing on them as best as he can. Tabi is so low, 1 touch and he is dead, but they're on the power core now. This is brilliant wall to defend as they go for the power core. The screams are coming out.
Epsilon does it. Epsilon does it. Europe prevails. The embraces are there. What a heroic play. It wasn't easy. It's never easy against a team like BrawL, who fought hard in the American region to get to this point, but Epsilon just too much. A lot of them considered them underdogs among the 4 teams who came here to Cologne, Germany, but proving they belong. And they are the champions. They did it.
They did it. 2-1. Brilliant result for Epsilon. I'm incredibly pleased that Europe has remained dominant in this fight. Finally, some revenge after PAX East. Great stuff coming out from Epsilon, showing that they are one of the best teams in the world.
Absolutely. All 4 teams here certainly deserve to be here. A lot of spirit being shown, positive spirit indeed, and just great tactics, great play overall, great patience. And just great esports. This is what you like to see in the esports scene. What an incredible show by both those 2 teams in the finals. And again, huge kudos to BrawL. Came a long way, did a lot of work, and played really hard to get to this point. And they made those games exciting. Like that was a really fun final.
They did, but I always felt in my heart that that double marksman would let them down, and I wasn't wrong.
Right. I mean, it's the cheeky American play.
Look at these Metallo's hearts. They actually popped out beautifully, and they were built up to full this time.
Yeah.
And that's what I like to see. That's some, changing up your pace, changing up your items, making sure that you're not making the same mistakes twice. And Epsilon surely didn't, and they showed great potential.
Yeah, what an amazing day we had here. We started about 7 hours ago, I think, and we had a myriad of awesome games. And it's been so fun bringing this competition to you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Of course, if you want to play Infinite Crisis, you can play for free at infinitecrisis.com. Here's a look at the bracket. Team Dignitas versus Team BrawL was first. BrawL able to take a win. It was not easy. They had to have a heroic comeback involved. After that, Epsilon versus Team C. A lot of people thought Team C would take it. They had the confidence. Cow had all the spirit. He was incredible force for Team C, but unfortunately not enough. Epsilon able to advance, and then we just saw the grand final, BrawL versus Epsilon Esports, with Epsilon taking the victory, the championship. Just an amazing day of Infinite Crisis. Any closing thoughts before we head to an interview?
Just incredibly well played, Epsilon. I doubted you at first. I was wrong to doubt you, and wow, just really top form in those last two games and making it almost look too easy in that last one.
Yeah, absolutely. And super fun to watch this entire day of Infinite Crisis, and it's been a pleasure to bring it to you guys again. The Infinite Crisis Go4 Season 2 Finals, powered by NVIDIA, has been Axel Toss and Zachabus. We're going to send it to Red Eye for an interview. Red Eye, take it away.
Thank you very much to our commentary team there, Axel Toss and Zachabus, for their hard work all day long. Thank you very much to both of them. No interview, because it is the end of the day. Instead, we have a bit of a chat with Nick. Just sum up your feelings on the day, the matches that we've seen. Fantastic final at the end.
Yeah, I think all the matches are amazing. I'm really happy, our partner NVIDIA was able to come together with us and put forward this presentation, because there wasn't any single series where it's like, oh, one team just ran over the others. There was a lot of close games, a lot of comebacks. In fact, I was talking to some of the players, and they were like, it seemed like the team that was behind won more often than the team that was ahead throughout the game. So a lot of awesome matches, a lot of superhero action. All Supermen were played in the last match, which I thought was pretty cool. I just had a blast.
It's been fantastic, absolutely fantastic. We are going to do the award ceremony for both the second place and first place winners, but before we do that, we do have a special announcement, because we have an MVP winner, and the MVP has been chosen and wins the Harley model. So please step up. The MVP for the Season 2 International Finals is Sander. Okay, so Sander gets the Harley. Well done. Congratulations. Very good game. Disappear for me for a moment, would you? Do a bit of magic TV stuff. It's all good. And, of course, we wouldn't have had a great final without two great teams, and we really did have two fantastic teams. They put up a fantastic fight. They were the fancied favourites for the final, but instead they finished in the runners-up spot, but they still go home with a bucket load of cash, thanks to our friends at NVIDIA. In second place, from America, Team BrawL. I have to say, they don't look too unhappy. Well played, John. Well done. Well played. It was an absolute terrific final. I think they should be very proud of what they've done and what they've achieved. Well done. Oh, nearly left me hanging there. We nearly had an awkward moment. Oh, it's tricky, the hat. See, Christina's a pro. She's got this. Well done. Well played. Yeah, well done. Well done. Okay, our runners up then. Team BrawL. Well done. Very nice indeed. Right, okay. The champions and the team that came into this competition, not just the competition, but to the semi-finals, started as the underdogs and got to the grand final, where even more of the underdogs have pulled off the most amazing victory. The champions of the Season 2 Go4 Infinite Crisis International are Epsilon Gaming. Well played, Epsilon Gaming. Nick, it's up to you to present the trophy and crown our champions. Ladies and gentlemen, the champions of Season 2 Infinite Crisis, Epsilon Gaming! Yours to keep. It's a wonderful trophy as well. We hope you enjoyed that. And $15,000 courtesy of NVIDIA as well. So well done for that. A terrific night of gaming, a terrific day of gaming, actually, all day long here in Cologne. It might well be carnival outside. They may have some fun, but we've had the best fun in here. And we're going to have some lemonade now to celebrate. And it's Valentine's Day, so it wouldn't be complete without saying a very happy Valentine's Day to you. And all the love from us here in the Cologne studios goes to you guys at home for tuning in. Thank you so much for being with us. We'll see you next time for more Infinite Crisis. Don't forget, March the 4th update is coming, and PAX East is on the way as well. That's it from Cologne. Thank you very much.